When it comes to measuring success in sobriety, we often put a lot of focus on how long you have been alcohol-free for. And that happens for a reason, because you want to build up that solid streak of sobriety for at least 6 weeks so you can find out what this lifestyle is really all about. Your sober streak matters because if you only ever stop for a couple of days or a week here and there, you will never get to experience the long-term ease and lifestyle upgrade of alcohol-free living because you're always stuck in that very early, difficult beginning bit. So that's why there's such a focus on how long you've been sober for. Your sober streak matters. Your day count is cool. However, your sober wins aren't just about the number of days that you've been alcohol-free for. There is more to this than whatever it says on your sober app. There are so many other amazing things that happen at all stages of the journey, and those things need to be celebrated. I think there's a real joy in the unexpected wins that surprise you along the way. I'm so used to hearing about these successes, big and small, because I see them every single day inside my private sober school community, on our app, inside my coaching program and inside my membership. I have the best job ever because I get to witness people's lives changing and improving bit by bit, day by day. However, I realize that if you're watching this and you're trying to do this all on your own right now and you're feeling a bit lost or alone, or maybe you're just considering getting started, then it can be very hard to know what's coming down the track. Or perhaps you are actually experiencing some sober wins, but you're not really stopping to appreciate and notice them. We all have this tendency, I think, to just kind of brush past the things that are going well. And I think that stopping to celebrate your sober wins, particularly the really small ones, well, that is crucial for long-term success. So my goal with this video is to get you celebrating a sober win, no matter where you're at on this journey. And I want to give you some ideas and inspire you to get started. So I thought I would bring my laptop with me and share a few screenshots, a few posts from within my community of my students just celebrating some of their sober wins. Because like I said, this is the stuff that I see every day of the week, but perhaps you don't. So here we go. Maureen says, I lifted weights for the first time in about 6 months, and oh my God, it's so much easier when you're sober. Your body is not recovering from the poison you've put in it, and your mind isn't depressed by the drug. Helen says, I was able to go and collect my friend's dogs from her at 1 a.m. when their house started flooding. The feeling of being able to support her in a dire situation and drive in the dark was amazing. Katrina says, yesterday I went out for a walk without wearing foundation. I have rosacea and alcohol really makes it worse, which was one of my reasons for going alcohol-free. My skin, after 7 weeks of no booze, plus a little medication, means that the redness has massively subsided. Hazel says, spent a weekend with my daughter in London. We went to a beautiful concert in a church last night, then for a lovely meal, and then walked around arm in arm. For once, this wasn't about her holding me up. She was so proud I didn't drink, and when we talked about things, I felt really present and connected. Mandy says, I did something this afternoon that I would never have done while drinking. I actually spent an hour learning a new piece of technology. Before, I would have spent 5 minutes, got it only part way and thought, oh, that's good enough. Today, sober, I actually watched the training videos and learned the ins and outs of it. It's a small thing, but increased patience and focus is one of the many ways sobriety rocks. Diane says, today I celebrated my 66th birthday alcohol-free. This is the first time since I was 15 years old. Jackie says, I told my son about my decision to quit drinking. I left it this long so I could be sure of my commitment, as it has been an issue between us. I didn't know how much I was going to share with him, but I was really honest and he was so proud. Susan says her win is taking care of my little grandson for a full week and not feeling like I need to relax with a glass of wine at the end of each busy day. And Marjorie says, I've noticed that my ability at Pilates and ballet is so improved by being sober for 6 months. I can balance better and I'm more energetic. It's just such an enhanced life without booze. So I hope this small selection of sober wins gets you thinking. I know I, for one, take so many of them for granted these days. When I'm driving home late at night after going to a party or an event, I don't really stop to think about the fact that I can actually drive and I'm not waiting around for a taxi somewhere. When I wake up the next day, I sometimes forget to appreciate or even notice the fact that I am rested, hangover-free, and feeling good. Every win in sobriety is worth celebrating though, whether it's increased energy, looking better, or being able to show up properly for the people you care about. It all really matters. So now I'd love to hear from you. What is your sober win this week? And it really doesn't matter whether you are just a few days into this or you're a few months or years. It doesn't matter whether it's a big win or a small win. In fact, the smaller the better. I actually particularly like those really tiny little wins. They seem special somehow. Let me know in the comments and let's go and have an amazing alcohol-free week ahead.